Hello everyone, and welcome to the third session on contract execution and smart contracts. In this lesson, we'll explore the essential steps for executing a contract, common sources of contract disputes and how they're resolved, and the role of smart contracts in modern transactions and how they address some of the issues we've discussed. By the end, you'll not only understand traditional contract execution, but also how smart contracts are changing the way agreements are made and enforced in the digital age. To execute a contract legally, 4 essential elements must be met. Number 1, offer and acceptance. Both parties must clearly agree to the terms voluntarily. This creates a mutual understanding of the contract's conditions. Number 2, consideration. There must be an exchange of value, such as money, services, or goods. This value makes the contract enforceable. Number 3, capacity. All parties must have the legal ability to enter into the contract. All parties must have the legal ability to enter into the contract. This means they must be of legal age, mentally competent, and have not been coerced into the agreement. And number 4, legality. The agreement must serve a lawful purpose. Contracts involving illegal activities are automatically void and unenforceable. Once a contract is executed, it's crucial to store and safeguard contracts properly. For digital contracts, use secure cloud platforms with encryption. Ensure regular backups to prevent data loss. For physical contracts, store them in locked, fireproof cabinets. This protects them from unauthorized access or damage. Safeguarding tips: restrict access to authorized personnel only. For digital contracts, use electronic signatures with authentication to verify their validity. However, it's important to note that some countries, if you are doing business internationally, still require a wet signature and do not accept scanned documents or e-signatures, particularly for bank mandates or government documents. Even with proper execution, disputes can arise. The most common causes include breach of contract, when one party fails to meet their obligations. For example, missing deadlines or incomplete deliveries. Ambiguous language, vague or unclear terms that lead to misinterpretations. This often results in conflicting expectations, misrepresentation or fraud, false claims or deceptive practices that mislead one party. Performance failures, when the service or product quality does not meet the agreed standard. This often leads to refund claims or legal action. When disputes arise, there are 4 common resolution methods. Let's understand some in detail. First is negotiation. This includes direct discussions between parties to reach a compromise. It's the quickest and least expensive method. Next is mediation. It involves a neutral third party to facilitate discussions. It is a non-binding process, meaning the parties are not obligated to accept the mediator's recommendation. Then we have arbitration. It is a neutral third party makes a binding decision. This process is faster and more private than court litigation. And we have litigation. This is where the dispute is taken to court for a legally enforceable decision. It is time-consuming, but often necessary for complex disputes. Let's look at some real-life dispute examples. Gym membership dispute. In this, there were unclear or ambiguously worded automatic renewal terms that led to unexpected charges. Resolution was that legal action was taken due to the lack of transparency. Online purchase dispute. Customers faced challenges with refunds and unclear return policies. The dispute was resolved through mediation and customer protection laws. Copyright and licensing dispute. A company violated intellectual property rights by using unlicensed content. The case was settled through arbitration and legal enforcement. Now, let's explore smart contracts, which are transforming modern transactions. While they offer exciting potential for automation, it's important to note that the legal enforceability of smart contracts is still disputable in some jurisdictions. What are smart contracts? Smart contracts are self-executing agreements with terms written in code. They automatically enforce actions when preset conditions are met. How it works: stored on blockchain networks, ensuring security and transparency. Execution is automatic and does not require third parties. The key benefits of smart contracts are automation. It removes the need for intermediaries, reducing costs. Transparency, the transaction history is immutable and verifiable. While smart contracts offer many advantages, they also have limitations. Let's look at both benefits. Speed and efficiency. Automated execution reduces delays. Reduced costs. No intermediaries, which lowers transaction fees. Security, immutable transactions on the blockchain. Limitations. Limited flexibility. Once deployed, the contract cannot be easily modified. Code vulnerabilities. Flaws in the code could be exploited. Legal recognition. Not all jurisdictions recognize smart contracts as legally binding. In this lesson, we explored the essential legal requirements for executing a contract, including offer, acceptance, consideration, capacity, and legality. We also discussed common sources of contract disputes, such as breach of contract, ambiguous language, and performance failures, along with methods for resolving disputes, including negotiation, mediation, arbitration, and litigation. Additionally, we covered best practices for safeguarding contracts, emphasizing the importance of secure storage for both digital and physical contracts, using encryption and backups for digital documents, and protecting physical contracts in locked, fireproof cabinets. Finally, we introduced smart contracts, self-executing agreements that automate transactions through blockchain technology, highlighting their benefits, such as speed, reduced costs, and security, along with limitations like limited flexibility and legal recognition challenges.